In today's video, I am going to teach you how to create multiple email sequence in Constant Contact. This tutorial will guide you through building an email automation that sends messages in a planned order. You will set up the trigger, then add a series of steps that include sending emails and waiting between them. As you follow along, try to keep an eye on the Automation Builder area, because that is where each step you add will appear. To begin, click Automations in your Constant Contact dashboard. This section is where you create workflows that run automatically based on specific actions. Next, click Create Automation. This tells the system you want to build a new automation sequence from scratch or from a starter point. You will then be asked to select a template or build your own. Choose Use a Template or Build My Own, depending on your comfort level and how flexible you need the flow to be. If you want a faster setup, a template can help you start with a structure that already makes sense. After you make your selection, click Continue to move to the next screen. Now you will choose a trigger. The trigger is the event that starts your automation. For example, when someone joins a list or completes a particular action, the sequence will begin. Take a moment here to select the trigger that matches your goal, because every later step depends on this starting point. After selecting the trigger, click Create Path. This opens the workflow area where you will build the sequence. At this stage, set the trigger to match the exact condition you want. Make sure the trigger settings reflect the audience and behavior you chose, since that ensures people enter the sequence correctly. Once the trigger is set, click Save. Saving confirms your trigger configuration, so it will stay attached to the automation as you build out the rest of the steps. After that, you are ready to add the first email message. Next, drag a Send an Email step onto the automation path. You will see a visual workflow line, and this is where you place each part of your sequence. When you add the Send an Email step, you will either create a new email or select an existing email. If you are creating a fresh message, follow the email editor options to write it and format it. If you already have a campaign or email ready, selecting an existing email can save time and helps you reuse content you already trust. After you have the email selected or created, you will add a time delay so there is breathing room between messages. Drag a time delay step onto the automation path. This delay determines how long the system waits before sending the next email. Choose a delay that matches your communication plan, such as sending the next message after a set number of days or hours. This helps make the sequence feel intentional rather than immediate. With the time delay in place, drag another Send an Email step onto the automation path. This becomes the second email in your sequence. Again, you will create a new email or select an existing one, depending on what you prefer. At this point, it can help to remember the overall order of your message. The second email should follow logically after the first email, since the same contact will be moving through the sequence. Now repeat the pattern until your sequence is complete. Drag a time delay step onto the automation path, then drag a Send an Email step, and continue alternating these steps. Each time delay controls the pacing, and each Send an Email step controls which message the contact receives next. By repeating this process, you can build out as many emails as you need in your sequence, while keeping the flow organized and easy to review. When your final email and delay steps are added, it is important to confirm everything looks correct in the automation path. Make sure the emails are in the order you want, and verify that the delays between them match your intended timing. When you are satisfied, click Activate. Activating turns the automation on so it can begin running and sending emails based on your trigger. That covers everything you need to know. And that is all there is to it.